What's going on, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is I, the man with the master plan, the new face of YouTube Wrestling Entertainment. It's your boy, Sandy J Town Pritikin. And everybody knows that the Raw and Smackdown after WrestleMania is unbelievable. And it did disappoint. Of course, everybody knows after WrestleMania on Raw and SmackDown the following nights, you get a bunch of call-ups and some prizes and amazing things. So let's not procrastinate anymore. Also, I'm going to talk about the HBO special that premiered last night about the eighth wonder of the world and WWE Hall of Famer and wrestling icon Andre the Giant. But let's not waste any more time. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Of course, it kicked off with Stephanie McMahon coming out. Of course, she was rocking a little bit of a nice jewelry around her wrist, and I'm talking about that wrist bracelet she had on from, Ronda Rousey, basically turning into a freaking pretzel. Yeah, let me tell you, man, that was interesting. Of course, then she calls out Ronda Rousey. She comes out, congratulates her, blah blah blah, typical McMahon fashion. Well, Ronda Rousey didn't believe or took it kindly, whatever. It just basically said like, yeah, you're full of crap, and put Stephanie McMahon in another armbar, and that was it. And then of course, you got a couple of debuts. I mean, of course, we had the women's division tag match. It was Alexa Bliss and Mickie James against Nia Jax and a tag partner of her choice, which was ended up being former NXT Women's Champion Ember Moon. Ember Moon made her, main roster debut, teaming up with Nia Jax, the Raw Women's Champion tonight. That's awesome. Congrats to No Way Jose making up the main roster. Also, there was a segment where I think it was like Heath Slater and Rhino and the Authors of Pain. The crowd was chanting AOP, AOP. The Authors of Pain are now on the main roster. Of course, Braun Strowman and Nicholas, the Raw Tag Team Champions, actually had to relinquish the titles because he's a kid. He's in the fourth grade. He's got school, so they had to relinquish the title. So then, of course, Kurt Angle then said, "Well, I'm having a tag team eliminator, and that is basically, 4 teams." And then the winning teams face each other at the Greatest Royal Rumble that's premiering on the WWE Network on April 27th, which, of course, is going to be live in Saudi Arabia. I believe actually my time, it's going to be at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. But so it ended up basically being down to the Revival against Woken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. That's a very interesting team. Very interesting. Then, of course, there was a segment with the new Intercontinental Champion, Seth Rollins. He is now a Grand Slam champion. He's held all the titles in the WWE. He's a former WWE champion, a former United States champion, a former tag champion, and now Intercontinental champion. So he, alongside his fellow Shield members, are Grand Slam champions. He came out, and then, of course, was, so hyped about it. And, of course, Finn Balor came out. And Balor mentioned that he was not the one that got pinned in the triple threat match at Mania. So he basically straight up said, he was like, "I want to be your first challenger." Shakes head. Ooh, excuse me, I'm sorry. And he shakes Seth Rollins' head, says, "All right, fine, you got it." And then, of course, the former Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, came out and with his Miztourage and said that, of course, bitched and complained, whatever, blah, blah, blah. and basically cashed in his rematch clause at Backlash. So at Backlash, it's going to be Seth Rollins defending the Intercontinental Championship against The Miz. But I don't quite remember exactly, but I think basically something about like, Rollins said we could do it right now. Well, Miz is like, I'm in a suit, but you want to face us? Fine. The three of us will face the two of you. And then when it got to that, basically almost to the point that they were going to, the Miz Taraj and the Miz beating up Rollins and Balor. Excuse me. Yeah, it ended up Jeff Hardy, the charismatic enigma, Brother Nero. Jeff Hardy came back to the aid of Rollins and Balor, and then there you go. Your main event was set for Monday Night Raw. It was The Miz and the Miz Taraj against Finn Balor, Jeff Hardy, and the Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins. So, and then of course there was this segment with Roman Reigns coming out and cutting his promo and stuff like that, which he's going to face Brock Lesnar one more time. It was announced that there was going to be him and Lesnar at the greatest Royal Rumble event live in Saudi Arabia in a cage match for the Universal title. As he was talking, then all of a sudden, a familiar music that we haven't seen or heard in a while, Samoa Joe, which actually he looks really great. It's great to see him back in action. Samoa Joe basically straight up said, I don't care if it's you. I don't care if it's Lesnar. I don't care, Reigns. I want you at Backlash. And it's set. At Backlash, it's going to be Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns. There is word going around that the Mania main event was kind of altered and changed last minute. And of course, Brock Lesnar did sign an extension of his contract for one more match, and that's going to be at the Greatest Royal Rumble event. I believe this is where Reigns is going to win the Universal title. And then basically it's going to be Reigns and Samoa Joe at Backlash for the Universal title. It got to the main event on Monday Night Raw, and we see a promo. Jeff Hardy's walking, and he bumps into his brother. They do the whole, Brother Nero, wonderful. With then, of course, with Bray Wyatt. Jeff Hardy hugs Bray Wyatt. Like, what? So I don't know if they're trying to do some kind of woken gimmick of some sort, like a woken stable with Hardy, Bray Wyatt, and Brother Nero. And then Seth Rollins and Finn Balor looks at Jeff Hardy and goes, "What the hell was that?" That's all Jeff Hardy did, just meh. And then it got to the main event, which was pretty cool. It was a good event. It was a good match. It was enjoyable. Of course, the baby faces, Jeff Hardy, Seth Rollins, and Finn Balor got the win. And then there's actually footage online. The WWE put a little ban on bringing beach balls to the events because, of course, the night after WrestleMania is known as Beach Ball Mania. Well, after Raw went off the air, there's footage online. If you could find it, watch it, cool. I'm sorry about that. 1 second. I apologize. Seth Rollins like, yo, let's have some beach ball mania, and started like with Finn Balor and Jeff Hardy, like, beach balls. So, and then Tuesday night, Smackdown. Oh, one thing on Monday Night Raw, Paige, after I think Absolution had a match, stood in the middle of the ring and officially announced her retirement from in-ring competition. Which, of course, the crowd was very supportive. They started chanting, This is your house. Thank you, Paige. I mean, she of course started, getting very emotional. So that was very noble of Paige to do it. I mean, it was actually the night after WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans. She made her main roster debut and won the Divas Championship in New Orleans. So it was very special for her. So we get to SmackDown last night. Shane McMahon opens up the show and talks about how him and Daniel Bryan won their match, and that Daniel Bryan is now a active full member on SmackDown Live. He is now a full-time WWE superstar. So it looks like his thing at WrestleMania was not a one-time thing. Legit, Daniel Bryan is now a fully active WWE superstar, which he will also be in the Greatest Royal Rumble match April 27th in Saudi Arabia. So Shane said that he stepped down as general manager of SmackDown Live, and he's now a member of the SmackDown Live roster as an active wrestler. And Shane did say, as one door closes, another one opens. And he said, I need a new general manager of SmackDown. He goes, so allow me to introduce to you the new GM, Paige. So Paige is now the Raw general manager. Not Raw, I'm sorry, excuse me. Blah, 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 blah. Paige is now the SmackDown Live general manager. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's awesome. I mean, again, she, just like some of the wrestlers in the business, grew up in the business. Like, she grew up in the industry. She can't be completely out of the industry. So now, instead of being in the in-ring competition, she's now going to be management and being the general manager of SmackDown. Which, of course, she thanked Shane McMahon for the opportunity. She said that when I was going behind the curtain, Shane was the first one to come up to me. All that. And then she thanked Daniel Bryan and said, so who wants to see Daniel Bryan wrestle tonight? Shit, I do. Freaking almost 3 years of Daniel Bryan not being in the ring. Like, it's insane. Why not? So who should Daniel Bryan face? Like, it's the WrestleMania, it's a SmackDown Live after WrestleMania. It's New Orleans. We got to make this special. Who should we have Daniel Bryan face? The crowd started chanting Rusev Day, AJ Styles, this and that. And she goes, Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. Shit. WrestleMania, we get a dream match of Nakamura versus AJ Styles in a WWE ring. The SmackDown Live after WrestleMania, we get to see Daniel Bryan and the WWE champion AJ Styles. Yes, please. That was awesome. Okay, so then it gets, after the commercial break, we get to the Usos versus the New Day. Excuse me. The winners face the Bludgeon Brothers at the Greatest Royal Rumble event in Saudi Arabia. These two teams are just phenomenal in the ring. I mean, I'll admit, as much as the New Day are just a great comedic stable, they know how to get shit done. So that was pretty cool. It was actually Xavier Woods and Big E. And I wish Xavier Woods would be in the ring more often. He's a phenomenal wrestler. He's a great athlete. I love watching him in the ring. I love their ring gear. Now they got the whole freaking thing with the pancakes now. Like, okay. Amazing match. In the end, the Usos won the opportunity to face the Bludgeon Brothers at the Greatest Royal Rumble event. Afterwards, the Bludgeon Brothers came out, pointed their hammers to the Usos, and that was that. Come back from commercial break and interview with Naomi, the winner of the first ever 2018 Women's WrestleMania Battle Royal, she starts talking and how it's like, whatever, like it's really cool, thank you, awesome, da da da. And of course, Natalia, Miss Pussycat, um, interrupts and basically, nobody likes you, blah blah blah. Starts basically bitching, yeah. Basically, Naomi said, so she was like, I hope you go to Monday Night Raw. She goes, oh, so basically, this might be my last time to get my hands on you. So let's do it. They all have their match later on, which then Naomi wins. Charlotte then comes out, cuts a promo on the amazing match that her and Asuka had for the women's title. Starts cutting a promo, this and that. And then we hear a very familiar theme music. The Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce from NXT, made their call up to the main roster, and they're now on SmackDown Live. They basically are, I guess they're a heel duo, and they basically start talking and, basically teaming up on Charlotte and then beat the hell out of her. I'm like, damn. And then the unexpected. Well, not really. I mean, I kind of knew it was going to happen, but still pretty cool. Usually, like I said, the Raw and SmackDowns after WrestleMania, unexpected things can happen. Carmella, Miss Money in the Bank, Miss Fabulous, cashes in. And she's like, I swear to God, that screech can freaking make my eyes water. Like, it's just too much. Tells the referee, ring the bell. Do it. I'm cashing in. Let's go. I don't know why the ref was prolonging. I guess he wanted to wait for Charlotte to get up. Charlotte stands up. Bell rings. The ring announcer makes the announcement that it's this, Carmella's cashing in. But boom. Super kick. 1, 2, 3. And Carmella is now the new Raw Women's Champion. Good for her, honestly. I mean, listen, I got nothing wrong against Charlotte. I think she's great, but it's time. I think it's kind of time to give other women in the division opportunities. So I think that's really cool. And then it was time for the main event, the dream match: Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. Phenomenal match. Honestly, I love the fact that Daniel Bryan was in the ring. I mean, this was an amazing match from bell to bell. Amazing match. And then, of course, Shinsuke Nakamura causes the disqualification, gives a Kinshasa to Daniel Bryan, and then a couple of low blows to AJ Styles. I'm kind of digging this little, dark Shinsuke. Earlier, Renee was trying to interview him, and basically he was like, oh, I was very emotional, wink. And then she was like, you're not answering my question. Like, why did you do it? And he goes like, I saw it. I know speak English. Yo. Me personally, I think it's awesome. Shinsuke's heel. So yeah, and then basically that was it. SmackDown went off the air. I didn't get to watch 205 Live yet, but I did see a little bit of like highlights. I think Buddy Murphy attacked Cedric Alexander, so I think that might be Cedric Alexander's first title defense against Buddy Murphy. Awesome. I do want to make a small little side note here. The other day when I had the guys over here for WrestleMania, my good buddy Marlon Friedman, who's an amazing artist, guys, follow him on Instagram at The Art of Marls. He's an amazing artist. He's got some great drawings. He actually drew me this picture of Daniel Bryan because I am a big fan of Daniel Bryan. I love that. So thank you so much, Marlon, for the amazing picture. I'm actually going to get this framed and I'm going to hang it in my apartment. So yeah, guys, please check out his artwork. Instagram, the Art of Marls. So yeah, definitely do that. I'm actually going to try to either I'm going to put the link in the description below, or like I said, guys, the Art of Marls on Instagram. I mean, amazing drawing of Daniel Bryan. This guy's just phenomenal. No pun intended. But amazing, honestly. Like beautiful artwork of Daniel Bryan. Like he's got some amazing artwork that he draws. Like, and this was by hand. Like this is not traced. Like this, look at the detail and everything on that. Like that's amazing. So thank you, Marlon, once again for the amazing picture. I just love it. It's I can't wait to put this in a frame and hang it in my apartment. Amazing. And now the amazing thing, which actually, I mean, I started watching a little bit late last night and then kind of watched it this morning, the HBO documentary about Andre the Giant. I grew up in an era where it was the Hulk Hogan era, the infamous WrestleMania 3 Pontiac Silverdome, which was in New Orleans, which the Superdome is what the Silverdome was. Amazing documentary, honestly. If you were a true professional wrestling fan, watch the Andre the Giant documentary. Amazing documentary. I mean, you get to see a side of Andre, like, and hear stories and see stuff that is just like unbelievable. Like from his growing up, like his time in France, how he got into the industry and everything, and even just like about all like the things about him drinking and all that. I'm just like, whoa. The fact of like literally he just had to say once, get out. Okay. So amazing documentary. I mean, honestly, truly, I am a huge fan of the old school era, and Andre the Giant was amazing. He was an amazing in-ring performer. I mean, he was a big guy, but it was like amazing, and it was actually really cool to watch this documentary about him. Hearing the stories about him, like the good side, the bad side, his dark side, his towards the end of his life and everything. So if you are a true hardcore wrestling fan, like a true wrestling fan, and appreciate this industry of professional wrestling, sports entertainment, take a chance to watch this documentary about Andre the Giant. Whether you're a new fan or whether you're just like an old school fan like me, growing up back in the day, and you remember, all like the old school guys like Andre the Giant and this and that, and watching, broadcast television of, this stuff like that. Take a look, honestly, guys. I mean, you will not be disappointed in this documentary on Andre the Giant. But that's it, guys. Honestly, I just wanted to give my thoughts on Raw and SmackDown. Yes, I am wearing my American Nightmare Cody Bullet Club t-shirt. Too sweet. But guys, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about the Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania. And if you did see the Andre the Giant HBO documentary special, let me know what you guys thought about it. All right, guys. It's your boy, Sandy J Town. See you guys next time. Peace.